Hey everyone, Carl here with Trilobyte Studios. And before we begin today's video, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who's been watching our videos, and to say thank you to everyone subscribing to the channel lately. It means the world to us, and I cannot thank you enough. Also, if you like what you see here, don't forget to follow us over on Twitter, where you can get daily updates and behind the scenes looks at Trilobyte Studios. With that, let's jump into today's video, where we take a brief look at the history of the Maryland Zoo. The Maryland Zoo, sometimes called the third oldest zoo in the United States, has gone through its fair share of growing pains. The original park opened its doors to the public in 1876 and was located in the historic Druid Hill Park. After years of switching hands through Maryland's local government, the zoo eventually gave rise to the Baltimore City Zoological Society, a branch of local government created to deal with ordinary problems a zoo might face, and to also deal with issues that arise by keeping wildlife in close proximity to a growing city. Further, the Baltimore City Zoological Society dealt with threats from the people within that growing city. For several decades, from the 1950s to the 1970s, the Baltimore City Zoo was made famous locally through old media like newspapers and radio, but also through the new medium of television, with programs and promotions featuring Dr. Arthur Watson, the longtime zoo director. In 2004, the city and the Zoo Society collaborated, which resulted in a semi-private, new, independent operation that featured a separate board of trustees for the zoo. This also increased private, state, and suburban counties' funding to supplement the restricting resources of the central city. Furthermore, with these actions, the zoo changed its name to the Maryland Zoo in Baltimore. Unfortunately, it was also at this time in 2004 that the zoo was struck by financial problems. The financial problems forced the zoo to reduce its collection size temporarily by closing parts of the zoo. The original main valley was closed due to age. It was incapable of holding animals comfortably, since it featured older-style iron-barred cages and stone walls. In addition, the reptile house, which is located some distance away from the main zoo, was closed. The reptiles, as well as gibbons, tigers, and snow leopards, were sent to other zoological parks. In an odd series of circumstances, these setbacks actually allowed the zoo to reevaluate itself, and just 4 years later, was named one of the best zoos of 2008. The upward trend continued into the following years. The Maryland Zoo has always played a large part in the many conservation programs around the world, participating in both the notable Polar Bear International and the African Black-Footed Penguin programs. In fact, it is the single American zoo that has bred the greatest number of African black-footed penguins. Further, the Maryland Zoo also helps rehabilitate local wildlife, especially birds of prey such as bald eagles. As of August 23, 2022, the Maryland Zoo announced their new 10-year master plan for the future of the zoo. With what we know, the zoo wants to expand the grizzly bear enclosure and add an amazing new zoo area called the Americas. The plan also includes a new reptile house, which is supposed to be near the zoo's entrance. Last, but certainly not least, the Maryland Zoo plans on a complete refurbishment of the main historic valley into an Asian garden. The Maryland Zoo has had a long, distinct, and diverse history. Like most historic zoos, the Maryland Zoo had a barbaric start, housing animals in small, inhospitable enclosures. However, the Maryland Zoo has overcome its grisly past through a combination of factors, nonetheless being dedication, collaboration, and a genuine desire to care for and teach people about the wonderful animals housed there.